actually.
Yeah. Before this, you are not exploring the things. Suppose when you are doing your assignment, you can use it, right?
Yes.
Assignment. It is a good initiative from our library, your ATM library, because they mentioned about they pay a lot, right, for the database online.
Yes, they did.
So utilize it. Okay, so what time now? Can we start? 2 minutes more to go. Let me drink my coffee first. Anyone went to our faculty, to faculty physically? Tak ada. I went to faculty just now, this morning, the whole morning, till 2:30. 2:30 I came back for class. Yeah, it's like nobody there. Not many people, not many staff, not many lecturer lah. Staff, the admin staff is there, but the lecturer, the student, of course lah kan. We feel that we can go there, right? You all also can attend the class physically. Yeah. I think it is time lah for probably middle of this semester or next semester kan. Okay, by the way, before we start class, is there anything you want to ask me?
No, Doctor.
Yeah.
Nothing at the moment.
Everything superb, everything okay.
A few questions about the F1 form.
F1, yes. You need to submit F1. Have you filled up the F1?
I have, but I have just one concern on the main page.
Main page?
On the first page. Lecturer's name, it should be, you need to sign that part, yes, and not the supervisor. Just want to confirm.
The supervisor need to sign.
The front page?
Which one? The front page?
Yes.
Can you show to me?
Yeah, one moment, please. So for this session, I assume that you have to sign it and not the supervisor, considering...
Okay, the lecturer, yes, lecturer. The supervisor part, you need to ask the supervisor. It's okay for my signature, it's okay. So you just complete with your supervisor and all other information. Yeah, all other information. Yeah.
So I did fill up everything that I can. So I guess this is all ready to submit to you.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I will provide a drive. I think I would like to put in this in Google Team in Team. Let me see. Because I actually want to create the folder for the submission. Okay.
Wait. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let me create the folder, and then I would like you to everyone today actually to fill up the project name. The project name. I tak ni tak buka video ya. Okay. So let me create the folder. I think the submission, the best is I create another. Okay, under book and forms. I create a new folder for F1. F1. So that is F1 submission. Right? So please upload there. Okay, how to upload? You need to put in the upload in the folder F1 submission, and then please write your name. Okay, write your name and F1. Is it okay? Write your name and F1. A dash or underscore F1. Underscore lah. Your name underscore F1. So everyone, it's easy for me to keep track. Alright, but for the I also want you to add information about your project. Okay, about your project. Let me. Okay. Okay. In your Excel, now you have attendance, right? You have attendance in Excel. So what I want to do is I will would like to use this information. I duplicate it now, and then I rename dia as SV and project info. Everyone can see it? Let me share actually. I can share this. Okay, so for this one, SV and project info, I need you to add on, okay, your project title, the supervisor name. If you have a co-supervisor, also you need to add in, right? Okay, let me create first, yeah. Okay. Okay, so project title. Alright, then supervisor. Please write your supervisor completely, name. Don't just put Azlin, Dr. Azlin. Put all the complete name as we share with you. Right, the supervisor, project title, and also project area. I need also the project area because it's easy for me later to see your to sign your examiner after this. So project area is important here. Okay, so that's all. Okay. Okay, now I think let me share the screen now. Saya nampak ada aja sekarang ni. Okay, so now everyone can see this. Okay, this is from the attendance channel. We have the attendance channel right here. So I think I would like to rename this to attendance and project info. Okay, later lah so I hope you remember this, alright? So there are files here, attendance, but in the attendance we'll have two sheets right now. We will have two sheets right now. The first one is your attendance. Okay, please add your attendance for the week 1. Last time, please add. Okay, please add the attendance also. Make sure you write what you, if you attend then you put present lah. If not attend, not present. It's okay. Just give me the reason why. Okay, and then on the other sheet, you have SV and project info. So I need to have this project title, SV, project area, supervisor, SV is supervisor, and co-supervisor if you have. If you don't have any co-supervisor, so please do not add any. Okay. Okay. Let me delete the content that we don't want. Okay. Alright. So for this one, I think we need to wrap. Alamak, where to wrap ah?
I'm searching for it too. I don't see it.
Wrap item dekat mana kat
It
sini?
should be in the format section.
Format kan?
I don't see format here as well.
Kenapa tak ada? Alamak, we need to wrap this, of course. There must be some
Doktor dekat home.
form. Okay.
Pas ada ABC yang arrow tu. Kat tengah-tengah tu.
Oh, ni.
Yang tu.
Okay, now nice. Alright. Okay, put it nicely. Okay. Okay, so all the row lah, I think I put the wrap. Okay. So please everyone add this. Add the title, project area, supervisor, and the co-supervisor. Okay, let everyone see what is happening right now. We have 30 students. Okay, we want all to add in today. It is good if you add on today, so that I can see. I can give some probably suggestion if there is a need. Yeah. Adha, your SV tu, change your SV column. Project area, put the project area.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Got it.
Same goes to Marina. Yeah. Okay, almost finished, yeah. Okay, let's see how many we have right now. Ahmad Syahmi. Ahmad Syahmi here. Are you here? Ahmad Syahmi. Can you check Ahmad Syahmi?
Ahmad Shahmi. Which row and column is that? Which row are you referring to?
Again, this one.
This one. I think I can track him down. Give me a second.
Mirul Hakim.
I'm here, doctor, but
Ada.
laptop saya lambat sikit.
Okay. Amirul Hakimi. Okay. And then, okay, it's okay if you are here. Syafiq, Muhammad Syafiq. Are you here?
Yes.
Okay. Can you fill the information now? Or you have still yet not confirmed?
Not confirmed yet.
Okay. Okay, so we have one. Okay, letter. You add letter and you remove the color. I just put the color just for my per record only. Okay, Hakim, you are Hakimi. You are okay already with the title?
Yeah, but
Title is okay. Just a
but
working title, don't worry.
okay.
Okay, Ahmad Syahmi.
He is in the future, but I'm going to check his name in the WhatsApp group.
Oh, what is the name of the supervisor?
I am not sure, sorry.
You dah contact siapa ya?
I'm sorry, are you referring to me or Shafiq?
Syahmi.
Oh, Shami. I cannot locate him. Is he here? Am I mistaken?
It's okay, it's okay.
Alright.
Thank you, Adha. Alright. Let moving forward. Okay, it's okay. The yellow is okay. I just want to highlight because just for my record only. No worry about that. Okay. So let's go one by one. A bit. Just very brief. Okay, this one siapa ni? Azim, text analytic on gender. Tak apalah, yang saya supervisor tu saya rasa saya dah tahu sikit lah. Okay, breeding, Hasif, okay. COVID-19, okay, next, sentiment in customer preference. Okay, I think kalau saya tengok ni macam possible to get data lah. Okay, autism spectrum disorder identification among children. Yang ni, yang ni ada student saya pernah buat sebelum ni this one. Tak kisah nak buat lagi, tak ada masalah. Cuma you need to refer lah, I think. Okay, sentiment analysis of Malay text posting. Malay text posting of functional. Okay, this one, of course this is a title sahaja, but I'm just want to ask to make you to give you some kind of information here that functional urban areas can be many things you can consider, but please focus on which functional urban area that you are looking at. Alright, is it okay, Aizat?
Okay, doctor.
Okay. Ali, Ali, surveillance on safety. Okay, we have discussed this one, Ali. Okay. Ni siapa? Amirul. Mana dah? Amirul Hafiz. Okay, vehicle images recognition tokenization. Okay, the topic is too general, but it's okay. You need to work out later probably. What does it mean by tokenization? There are a lot of means in tokenization. Okay, so I hope you can get more information about this. Alright, next is Fatin Anis Natasha. Fatin Anis Natasha, detection of diastema after braces. Okay, how you want to get this data, Fatin?
Dr. Azliza will help me to get the data.
Okay, make sure you can get the data. Okay? Data ni I'm not sure. I cannot comment now. I cannot comment lah, but please ensure that you can get data. Alright? Okay, because this is like a very I'm not sure. I haven't seen this kind of data before, but I will probably ask you lah about data, because after braces kan, you want to see after braces. Probably is there anyone want to share about the information, or you want to get it from the hospital or any dentist? I'm not sure about that. So please discuss well, ensure that you can get data. What kind of data? Probably I'm not sure what kind of data, but looking at your title is more on detection. I'm not sure whether detection is based on what, based on image, based on what kind of type of data sets that you want to use. Okay, Fatina. Okay, next we have Hafid Zahida. Okay, Hafid Zahida buat dengan Puan Siti Kamalia. Okay, sentiment analysis on programming language for kids. Okay, alright. It's okay to do this, but I think you need to be clear about the keyword. I think Puan Siti Nur Kamalia ni dia okay, dia dah ada student sebelum ni buat sentiment. I hope dia boleh lah ni guide you. Okay, so make sure the keyword is represent the kids. Kan, betul? Sebab you are focusing on kids only. So make sure it is represented, and I think you need to look into also what is the definition of kids here. What year? Okay, are they actually need to do programming? You know, you need to do some. Saya tak perlulah cerita panjang. I just give some idea there. Boleh? Okay, Afiza.
Okay, madam.
Okay, alright. So next we have. Okay, tadi saya tertinggal. Siapa tadi tiba-tiba dah ada ni? Kamarul. Bukan Kamarul, mana? Amirul Hakimi ya. Amirul Hakimi, work-life balance recommender. Okay. You get the idea already. You have find out more information about this, Hakimi?
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with a survey because I think I'm gonna to redo my whole introduction.
Okay. It's okay. Find out first. Alright. So next, we'll have Kamarul Adha.
But Doctor,
Adha. Yeah.
is my project area correct? Or is it?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Data analytics, artificial, recommender. Okay lah. Okay. Tak apa, nanti project area tu I will probably I will look into, and probably we need to revise a certain thing based on your title later lah. Okay, but this is a working title. Probably there is some changes later, probably, but it's okay. We work on this first. Alright. So Kamarul Adha, mental internet identification based on speech patterns in text from ready NLP with latent
Direct
allocation.
Yes, LDA.
Okay. I think panjang tajuk dia ni. I think you need to revise lah tajuk ni. Tak apa, later kita tengok At least you have the idea first. Right?
Okay, sure. Right,
Okay.
Thank you.
So Marina, early diagnosis of depression. Okay, how you want to get this data? Because
saya akan interview expert, which is psychiatrist.
You want to interview. You have the expert right now with you?
Ada.
They want to commit? Okay, make sure isi borang ethics. Semua orang kena isi borang ethics Make sure in detail, because this is more on, we need to go to people, to meet people, to get information, So please find out more processes. Consider for this project. Okay, you ada dua benda kat sini. You want to look into depression among adults and treatment. Okay, two things there. First, you want to detect the depression and you want to do treatment. Make sure when the topic is this, consider two important element here, depression and treatment. You need to consider both in your project, the expert system, the fuzzy expert system that you need to develop. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
So,
Doctor.
Muhammad Iqbal, sentiment analysis towards Malaysia Internet Service. Okay, fungal disease in vegetable. Fungal disease ni ada data Okay, kena ada data visual back of visual works ni you need to properly identify. Samuel Muammar, Okay, Arif Daniel, schizophrenia diagnosis system. Okay,
Yes.
dua sistem kat sini. Sistem using fuzzy system. Buat satu je lah tajuk dia. Using fuzzy expert, methods, model, apa? Okay.
Okay.
Dua sistem kat sini. Okay, tapi bincang balik lah, tengok balik nanti scope, your methods later, Okay, next, post-cardiac patient personalization. Post-cardiac patient, ni tak clear lagi. Post-cardiac patient personalization on program. Okay, post-cardiac patient personalization. Okay, not so clear about this. I think you need to dig more information about this and put a focus. Okay, what AI methods that you want to use and probably is expected to use. Okay, you are looking at what more on expert system ke, fuzzy ke, data ke. Okay, it can be combined, no problem. Boleh. Farizman, okay. Alright, Haikal, Muhammad Haikal. Okay, sentiment and open and distant. Okay, yang ni kan last semester student saya dah ada buat ni. On ODL ni, sentiment analysis ni. Haikal.
Ya.
So what is the difference ni?
Saya nak buat projection, dia boleh continue tak lepas COVID?
Projection So you cakap sentiment ni, macam mana you nak buat projection? Sentiment is different than projection.
Nanti saya bincang dengan supervisor saya.
Kena cakap kat supervisor dah ada buat. Kita dah guna at that time the LSTM, kita dah guna CNN semualah. And then kita dah scrap data from 2010 hingga 2021. Kalau you nak buat pun, kalau boleh guna data yang sama, but it should be different methods dan ni lah. Okay, boleh discuss dulu dengan supervisor. Are you okay with the programming? Programming, how about level of programming?
Lemah sikit ada.
Okay, tak apa. It's okay. Belajar, no worries. Okay, okay, discuss dulu this one. Probably you kena twist sikit lah this title ni. You nak tengok apa. Sentiment, it could be many things kan? Because last time we did a few keywords, a lot of keywords jugalah, okay, related to this open online learning. Online learning. Okay, next, Haikal. Tadi Haikal juga. Haikal Zakwan. Haikal Zakwan, window noise. Okay, yang ni dah bincang semalam. Irfan, solat, pose and posture. Okay, yang ni supervisor bagi topik ke Irfan bagi topik?
Saya bagi.
Okay. Last time lah, few years back, ada student memang nak buat benda ni lah, posture ni. Dan ada yang macam buat lah sikit-sikit kan. Lepas tu finally I'm not sure whether saya tak kata tak boleh buat ke tak kan. But now probably the technology more advanced. Okay. So your programming is okay? Okay. Okay, so boleh buat lah kot. Tapi kena tengok betul-betul Sebab dia
macam saya dekat saya guna macam lebih kurang method macam workup punya analysis lah, macam mana orang boleh detect orang tu pumping kan. So saya guna method tu sebagai dan solat.
Ni lebih kurang siapa yang buat pumping ni? Alah, siapa
Macam push up ke macam tu lah lebih kurang.
Dalam grup you ni lah. Siapa yang buat pumping ni? Kejap. Tak ada kat sini di grup C grup B siapa semalam grup saya, Azim, you ingat tak yang buat pumping? Oh bukan. Sorry. Alah, saya dah termiss lah. Sebenarnya student saya sekarang dah ada yang buat ni untuk exercise. Okay, exercise lah, bukan buat untuk solat. Exercise. Yang pumping tu lah. Saya
guna same method tapi guna kat dalam solat lah.
Yalah, method dia banyak Method dia banyak, Irfan. There are many methods so you kena find out lah which can suit this Okay. Alright. Okay, and then Irfan, alamak ada 2 Irfan, 2 Haikal Okay, Irfan Shafi, sentiment analysis in employee satisfaction. Okay, employee satisfaction. How you want to get this data?
Macam dengan supervisor, saya boleh dapatkan data dekat forum-forum pekerja dengan Twitter. Dengan ada beberapa website.
Kena identify lah make sure ada data. Okay, kita tak nak sengsara mencari data sebenarnya, but it is good to difficulty of getting data is good because you can experience more. Okay, but you need a time lah, limit time, a certain time, a time period. Okay, in terms of data collection. Okay, Syafiq belum lagi Syafiq dah boleh type ke Syafiq? Belum.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, ni Syafiq. Belum boleh type. Type dulu kalau ada workable title you. Kalau if you have. Okay?
Okay.
Type je. Buang je yang, jangan buang dulu yellow. Saya tak ingat nak patah balik siapa punya. Okay. Now Nazmi Husaini. Okay, Nazmi looking at the optimization of purchasing habits. Okay. Okay, nanti you all tolong bantu dia dia kena jawab question ni. Ni purchasing habit ni kan, you all kan suka beli Shopee kan. Shopee lah, apa lagi? Adha, you biasa beli online apa?
Item or platform? Platform, Shopee Mall.
Itulah boleh tanya Adha tu, dia beli semua barang dia nak ke yang wajib ke yang apa? Yang ke yang Okay.
Alright, no problem.
You all tolong bantu dia Nazmi untuk jawab questionnaire lah nanti. Biasalah kan kita tanya tu. Alright. Okay, Nur Hasha. Sentiment analysis on 5G using CNN and LSTM. Okay. Nur Natasha Aisyah, phone number scammer. Okay, yang ni hari tu saya rasa saya dah pernah cakap lah, kalau you ada data dan tak ada masalah, okay Boleh?
Boleh, Doktor.
Okay. Nur Nasihin, AI gender. Okay, Nur Nasihin? You get the idea? Dah kan? Sikit kan? Okay. Nurul Atika, Jeffrey.
Okay, Doktor.
Korean, hand recognition. Okay, you betul nak buat ni?
Yes.
Confirm dengan supervisor
dah confirm dah.
Okay, how many Korean handwritten that you are targeting for?
Yang tu tak sure lagi, tapi saya dah jumpa dataset dah.
Okay, dataset tu ada orang guna ke dalam publication lain-lain?
Saya ada nampak orang guna dekat GitHub.
GitHub saja, cari juga dekat paper ke apa
Alright, Doktor.
Untuk dapat lebih baik lah. Okay, Nurul Izlin, Twitter. Sentiment analysis public opinion during the pandemic. Okay, yang ni dah bicara panjang dah semalam. Okay. Putri Syaidatul. Sentiment on halal of. Oh, ni bawah saya juga Ya Allah, ramainya. Sekejap Okay. put the sentiment analysis of halal food on Twitter. Saya rasa kita ada dalam kelas kita ada berapa you all ada berapa grup 3 grup di semester for CSP.
Yes, betul.
Oh ya, betul lah, that's why lah. Okay, so we have 90 student, almost 90 student kan. That's why kami kena supervise 18%, almost 18 or 17% of the student for semester. Last semester saya supervise 18. Semester ni 17. Campur dengan proposal lah, both proposal and tu. Hi, okay, it's okay. It's okay because we want to help you, so don't worry about that. But please give commitment lah. Kesian kat supervisor kan, nanti supervisor menunggu-nunggu ke apa kan. So please give commitment ya. Okay, so for overall of this topic, I think okay, but later we will look into more details about when you have the description, when you have the chapter 1, chapter 2 and chapter 3, then we will look into later in details lah. Probably chapter 1 is important right now. Think about the chapter 1. Okay, so let's move on to our lecture. I have a simple lecture only today. Are you ready with that, everyone?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I hope you still remember this. Can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see it.
I think I don't want to make it bigger because I want to write something here. To open up a new slide. Okay, what we want to do today is looking at this. Looking at project objective, project scope and project significance and summary. Okay, let's go because this one I think I have shared with you. I hope you can use this as an example when you write up the chapter 1, probably introduction, okay, problem statement. You can use this as an example, but I'm not saying that this is the best example. Just for example, I have 2 examples here actually. The first one is the project on sentiment. Second one, I believe last time I mentioned last week. Okay, another one project is this one. Both sentiment actually. The first one is sentiment using sentiment analysis method. This one actually the student use many methods actually. SVM, random forest, decision tree, and more than this lah, ada few lagi. Okay, for this one, this is a student use LSTM and CNN models. Okay, ni yang saya cakap tu online tadi tu. Okay, online learning. Okay, alright, so alamak, kenapa dia lari Saya buat dekat Canva sebenarnya ni. Sekejap tak best lah dia, tak cantik. Okay, let me change a bit. Alamak. Okay, let's go for, okay. I hope you have the idea already on the background of the project. Background is actually the general part. Okay, I repeat, the general part of the project. You want to give some introduction to the reader. What you want to do in the project? Okay, what is your project actually, right? So this is the background, and then you need to have the problem statement. Of course, the problem statement is like the issue. Actually, the problem description that I need you to have is for the form number 2, right? Project motivation is this. Okay, is a project background and the problem statement. But I need also the research question. I add on, I nak 3 ni. Supaya your problem statement ni, you know the question. So it will help you to assist ataupun to support the problem statement and your background. Alright? Clear, everyone? So we have discussed the problem statement and research question last time. So now I want to share with you the project or research objective. Okay, alamak, salah eja kau ni. Sekejap ya. Okay. Project objective. Right. So, okay, let's see ya. Every proposal or every project, every assignment pun, when we want to complete the assignment, actually we need to know the objective, right? Everything that we do, we need to know the objective. So here for the final year project bachelor degree, normally we only need 2 or 3 objective. Okay, we need 2 or 3 objective. 2 or 3 objective only. Okay, and then objective must be a measurable objective with a clear potential outcome. Okay, a clear potential outcome means each of the objective that you derive, you must have a target. You must have something that you can see, you can measure, or you can feel. Okay, people can get something from there. So that is the meaning of the measurable, something that can be measured. And then normally when we derive an objective, we follow the SMART idea. SMART is SMART. Okay, many people use SMART to consider objective. Even in organization, even in any development, let's say in organization they want to develop something or they want to establish the organization. For instance, if you want to establish a startup, then you need a objective for the startup. So normally people use the SMART strategy. Okay, but what is SMART? Okay, SMART mean S is for specific. Okay, so the objective must be specific. Okay, when we look at the title just now, okay, let's say I give example. I would like to use example. It's easy kan, example. So let's look at example. Let me which one okay, let's look at the halal food. Okay, sentiment of halal food on Twitter. Okay, but how to know the what is the objective like? Let's say this is the title. What that objective? Okay, the objective must be specific to your outcome. It must be specific or relate to your outcome. Alright? Dia mesti tally to your outcome. Okay, let's say sentiment for halal food. What is the objective? Of course, you need to have 1 or 2 or 3 objective. 2 or 3 objective lah. 1 is not enough. 2 or 3 is okay. Right? So, what is the specific objective? What you want to achieve? Okay, let us siapa ni? Putri. Putri, what is your objective, Putri? Can you just mention to me your objective? Possible objective that you can think right now. Yes. Tak ada ke Putri ni? Hello?
Putri kata mic dia problem.
Oh, okay. Alamak, kena tukar tajuk pula. Okay, yang lain pula. Okay, kita tengok Nurul Izlin. Your title is a public opinion. Okay, what is your objective? Okay, can you share objective?
My objective to evaluate the sentiment analysis using standard sentiment analysis performance of Malaysian transitioning from pandemic and endemic phase through Twitter.
Okay, okay, let me insert. Alamak, mana insert? Insert new slide. Okay, let me do this. Okay, apa tadi Putri? Objektif, your objective?
Izlin.
Izlin. Allah. Izlin.
To evaluate
Ah.
the sentiment analysis
Ah.
using standard sentiment analysis performance.
Okay.
Evaluation of Malaysians.
Okay.
Opinion.
Okay, panjangnya. Okay. Tak apa.
Transitioning from pandemic to an endemic phase.
Okay, tak apa. It's okay. That is you want to evaluate. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
It's okay. Alright. Nanti dulu kita. Okay. We will go back here later after this. Okay.
Right.
So the objective must be smart. Okay. It should be a smart. Must be smart pula. Refer to a specific. Must be a specific. So let me let me copy your title so that it's easy to see how to manage. Is it okay everyone? I use Izlin punya example Nanti next time kita tukar-tukar lah. Okay, today kita ni so that I want everyone can get the idea. Okay, this is a title lah. Of course this is workable title, but we want to see what is the possible objective that can be derived from this. Okay. Alright, so Twitter sentiment, public opinion. So you mentioned just now that you want to evaluate the sentiment using standard sentiment. Okay, this is the some issue here. Okay, standard sentiment. What does it mean by standard sentiment? Okay, because remember we need to have a specific. The objective must be specific. Okay, so you nak guna apa? Right, standard sentiment is very broad lah. Okay, alright. Okay, this is one. Okay, let's look again here. Okay, measurable. Measurable. Okay, what does it mean by measurable? How to measure this? Let's say, okay, may I revise this to, let's say, evaluate the sentiment using decision tree, let's say, decision tree. Okay, ni example only. So when you have this, okay, when you have this, is it small, this one? Make it bigger. Can you see clearly, everyone?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Alright, so I make it more bigger so that ini, okay. So, to evaluate sentiment using decision tree. Okay. Kat sini, what are the sentiment that you are looking at? You need to put into lah. Okay, sentiment apa kat sini during pandemic. Okay, during pandemic and endemic session lah. Sentiment of the pandemic and endemic phases. Okay, mungkin tak perlu sebut dua kali sebab memang you nak endemic, okay, of COVID-19. Of COVID-19. Okay, I just write first. Just to share with you, when we write something, sometimes it's not final because we need to rewrite and upgrade, you know. So just write. That's why I always mention to students, just write. Type je, okay? Okay, so to evaluate the sentiment, this one more focused. Let's say you use decision tree here. Okay, we talked just now about measurable. Okay, how we measure this? Is this measurable? What do you think? Can we measure this? can we get when we do this, can we get something that we can play around, or apa yang salah ni? Okay, measurable. Any idea? Okay, is this measurable?
Yes.
So evaluate. Measurable mean something that you can. Okay, let's say you perform the sentiment, you perform the evaluation, then you use the decision tree. You will get some of the result, right? Betul. You will get some result, some finding, kan? But the finding can be measured. So the objective itself, we can measure, right? We can measure. We know the outcome. We know the outcome, and we can measure it. Alright? Okay, that is the example. Okay, number next is achievable. Okay, let's look the same objective. Is it achievable, this objective? What do you think? Islin, can you do this, Islin? Do you think that you can achieve the objective to perform the evaluation processes? Can you do? So the objective yang we derive the objective, when we state the objective, we need to see whether it is achievable or not. Okay, there are many things here to see the achievement, the achievable status. Okay, data. Do you have data? You need to ask yourself. You have data? How about the decision tree? For instance, here decision tree lah. Do you think that you can use decision tree? Can? This is example. Probably here you can put lah other thing, probably CNN, other sentiment analysis method, SEM, or probably NLP you want to put in, kan? So, is this which one is achievable? You can do it, kan? Meaning that what we try to list the objective, we can achieve. We can achieve. Okay, Islin? Any idea, Islin?
I don't have any idea so far.
Okay, because you are not reading more,
Yes.
Okay, so everyone, I just give a little introduction about this objective and everything, so that when you go through the articles that you need to refer, okay, related to your work, okay, then you start thinking about this. That's why I give this example. Okay, you start thinking whether I can do or not. Kan? If I cannot do, what are or what is the resources that can I have later? Probably later. Let's say I give example. When let's say you kata, I am very weak in programming. I'm not sure whether I can get or not data. Kan? But you need to ask yourself and discuss with supervisor whether you can get or not data tu. You can get or not that particular data. Okay? Any question? Please feel free to ask me, because I cannot tell everything. If you ask, then probably more information you can get it. Okay, realistic. Okay, realistic. Mesti realistic. We cannot think of objective that we cannot do. Okay, let's say what is the objective that we cannot do? Basically, to evaluate, I think okay. Let's say the objective is okay, to integrate. See, you can do or not, I'm not sure lah, but I just give this objective. Well, think about that, whether you can to integrate the sentiment. Let's say you have a sentiment analytic lah, analytics with SAP pula, with Facebook. Okay, let's say Facebook engine. Do you think you can do this? Any idea? Do you think that you can do this? This is example. For the time being, with the resources that you have right now, do you think that you can do this objective to integrate the sentiment analytics model? Okay. Do you think that you can achieve this? You can do, you can deal with Facebook that the Facebook want to give you?
Cannot.
So that is the meaning of realistic. Okay. Realistic. Mesti realistic lah. This one is not realistic. Because we don't think that if you baik dengan siapa originator of Facebook tu? Tak ingat. Kan. So kalau you baik dengan dia, you kawan baik dengan dia, mungkin you dapat. But not sure juga kan. And so this is something yang not. Or you kata you want to deploy. Okay, deploy your system. Deploy, tadi siapa nak buat sistem? Katakan halal, contohlah, halal analytic system. Let's say you want to deploy it to organization, to several organization. Do you think you are capable to do this? Contoh. So this is a main realistic. So when you derive your objective, please think about this. Okay, think about something that you can do. Something is realistic. Okay, I hope you get the understanding based on this. Any question? No, Okay, now we move to timely. Timely, okay? Timely. Okay. Let's say you want to do this to evaluate the sentiment. Let's say you want to do using decision tree, and then you kata, oh, I nak buat jugalah guna CNN, guna SVM, guna any NLP methods. Lepas tu you kata you nak guna juga any LSTM ke ataupun many methods lah. Okay, is it reliable? In terms of time, is it enough? Possible or not for you to complete? Kan? So it must within, the objectives must be within the time, range of time. Okay? Boleh Okay. Alright, so let's move on. I think I will not give you more notes about this, but it is enough to give this example. Hopefully you can understand. And then I also share with you the example of the objective. Okay, you can see from here, this is example of the public polarity opinion on water related issue. This is objective. Okay, if you want to relate this objective with the research question, you can look at the research question here. Okay, this is the research question, and then this is the objective. It must be, it is not must be like one to one. It can be one to many or many to one. Okay, can see what I mean? Everyone can understand? Maksud dia, let's say you have the objective number 1 here. It should not be possible. It could be reflect to objective number 1 here. It could be, but not necessarily. Okay, but for the FYP, it is good if you can have 1-to-1. Okay, for the final year project, your bachelor degree ni, it is good to have 1-to-1. Easy for you. Okay, so let's look here the example of this sentiment. So I believe if you are doing sentiment analysis, you can use this as a guideline. Okay, saya tak kata semua orang kena buat benda yang sama, objektif yang sama, tak semestinya. Alright, so mungkin berbeza. Ini contoh sahaja, tak semestinya bagus. Kalau saya tak nak lagi macam ni, saya nak macam lain sikit. Okay, ini example sahaja. So I want you to make more creative, be creative, ya. So here to identify, even sebenarnya the identify ni you can have one more objective sebenarnya. If the identification Okay. Before I proceed with this, I would like to share with you. This is the keyword. The blue is the keyword. Okay, the blue one is the keyword. Meaning that when we put the word identify, we can measure it. Betul? We can measure it. Okay, we must measure it. Kita kena ada something yang we can measure. Let's say I put here to study. Can you measure study? Can you measure study? Because study, apa yang kita boleh dapat? Boleh measure tak? Of course you kata, oh I got the knowledge, I can learn, I can do my programming well when I study. But how to measure it? The study itself. How to measure? It's very difficult, right? Probably you can measure later when you have, a lot of machine learning or something to help you. But yeah, something is difficult. So the objective must be something yang measurable. Follow the SMART. But the key important point, measurable first. If you cannot think about other things, think about the measurable. Okay, pre-process. To pre-process. To pre-process mean you pre-process data, right? When you pre-process, can you get something from here? You can get something, right? You have a raw data yang tak cantik, then you come out with the clean data, for instance. So you get some measurement. Measurement is the clean data. Alright. And then the third objective is to build and evaluate. Yang ni pun you can have different objective, but normally because depends on how the report or the work your work sebenarnya. Ada yang buat kat sini to develop, okay? To develop, okay? To develop, right? To develop, to develop. Ya Allah, sekejap silap saya. Okay, color lari ya. Okay, to develop apa? System, model, right? And then probably you can have also to evaluate. Kan? Sebab this project is different. Okay, dia buat banyak lah ni sebenarnya. Dia buat identify, lepas tu dia pre-process. But identify is not much. Very small, but not too, orang kata banyak sangat lah. But sometimes, when you do a project, you need to identify clearly the factors, right? Sometimes factors or characteristic or something, the process. Then you need a lot of more times to do this. Kan? A character pula, characteristic depends on your project. So if the identification of the factor or something, you need to identify first before you proceed with the next step for your project, then you can have your own objective for the identification, okay, or determination. Pre-process, so it will depend. If you pre-process only one simple data or one simple image, it could be simple, right? And it will depend also how the pre-process is. Then is it very difficult or many sub-process? So that is the thing when we do we create the objective, because we look into the specification, okay? And then to develop, to evaluate, macam tadilah to evaluate kan, this one tadi to evaluate dan sentiment. So this one is to evaluate hybrid models. Okay, they use hybrid model. This student come up with a hybrid model, then she want to evaluate it, right? And then the last one is to create a dashboard. Some students, when they perform a sentiment analysis, they create the dashboard. Okay, sometimes there is no need. Depends on how the project is going on. That's why I must say here that objective will be depending on your aim. What is your aim for the project? Kan? If you want to make your project as a system, as a prototype, biasanya prototype, kan? you need to have objective lah to develop a prototype. But prior to develop a prototype, what is the step that you need to do? Some kind of what is the specific outcome that you need to consider before you develop the system. Okay, hopefully clear. Any question? I explain this in detail so that it should be easy for you lah. I hope everyone can grab this and come up with your own objective. Just write first, don't worry. Just write the objective. It's okay to play around with the name, but information you need to gather. Okay, the literature, the paper, the article you need to find out, because in order for you to get this, you need to read a few articles, related articles. Alright, so let's move on to sentiment analysis evaluation using variants of LSTM. This is example, another example. Okay, tengok different pula dia punya ni kan. Because objektif dia berbeza. Because this one dia extract tweets ni banyak sangat dia extract tweets dia. So we consider ada satu objektif kat situ about saya tak ingat berapa thousand more than 2,000 ke 20,000 or how many I cannot remember that, but so many maksudnya diguna benda ni masa yang lama, but the time is the time is reliable. Dia sempat buat benda tu. So timeline pun important And to develop a sentiment analysis, to develop sentiment analysis model. So develop sentiment analysis model ni using the LSTM. Of course need to do coding, to design the model, inside the development. So where is the design? Kan? It is in the development design. Later kita tengok macam mana, how to, that one nanti. Later, just come up with the specific objective first. Alright. And then evaluate the performance. Of course, when you develop the model, you need to evaluate the performance of each of the models. Okay. Any question before we proceed with the project scope? Question please. Ke tidur dah semua?
No.
Ke macam pening?
No questions.
Mana objektif nak buat? Don't worry. Baca dulu. Okay, baca dulu. Nanti fikir alamak objektif tak dapat lagi kan. So read first. Right? Okay, let's move on to research scope. Address. Okay, for the research scope, you need to address the specific requirement for the project only. Don't put something yang you tak buat. That is not in your scope, in your project. This one looks easy, looks easy. But sometimes students try to write many things here. Kan? So please be specific here on the requirement for the project only. For instance, you need to have, normally you use data set, right? So you need to specify what kind of data set, where you get the data set, kan? And then what type of data set that you use. Okay, sometimes you need to consider variables, number of variables, how many variables. Depends on your project. Okay. Organization, sometimes which company that you are using for your data collection, for instance, or you develop for that company only, for that organization only, or any stakeholder. Okay, so you need to mention in the scope because that is the scope of your project. If there is no stakeholder, it's okay. This is only example. Okay, possible that you add on in the project scope or research scope. Okay, methods. Methods mean, let's say you use CNN, katakan you guna 3 methods, 3 methods, kan? So you mention lah kat situ, kan? Kalau you guna satu method, normally kita tak mention lah kat sini. Okay, if you use many method, normally kita mention because it's easy. Oh, dia tengok 3 je method ni, kan? It's okay, right? We are not asking you to do more methods actually, one method sebenarnya cantik lah, but student ni dia selalu advance sikit and then they want to try, kan? They want to try another method, but it's okay, don't worry about it. Start with one method, okay? Start with one method. Okay, condition condition or environment? Is there any scenario that you use? Can you consider in your, or is there any environment? For instance, yang projek macam contoh sound event detection in the forest tu, so the environment that we collect data is during the certain time only. We are not collect data malam, kami tak collect. Kami ambil siang saja, like that. So kena mention macam tu. Okay. Let's say you pergi ambil data sentiment kan. What is the time or the range of the year that you are looking at, and then what are the keywords that you are looking at. Yeah? Keyword tu mungkin kalau banyak kita tak letak lah kat sini. Okay. But you can give example lah, and then the details in the chapter, in your chapter later, in another chapter. Okay. So this is example of the research scope. Okay. I'm not saying that this is good, but it is enough to mention about the scope, right? Bolehlah cerita sikit. The research focus on this okay, active user. This is like a sentiment, how you scrap the data lah, information. And then the perception, of course you are looking at the perception and public concern. And then you consider both English and Malay, and then you are focusing actually on slang and dialects. And pre-processing, total of pre-processing data is 35K and 23K negative label data, 8K for positive label data, and 3K for neutral label data. Okay, you can mention this. Alright. Okay, another example. 8. Okay, sorry. This one ni I convert from Canva ni. Kenapa dia jadi kecil ni? Okay, so the scope of this project is as follows. Okay, this is example of sentiment duration guna LSTM. Alright, so the deep learning techniques that will be used in developing model, ni guna dua ni. They mention it because there are a comparison. Sebenarnya bila guna benda ni there are comparison, and then when why we stated here, because there are many models that we use here. This all the model, single layer model, single layer LSTM model, and then hybrid CNN model, LSTM CNN, bidirectional. Okay, so many models here. That's why you need to consider, you need to put in. But it will depend on your project. If there is, then put in. If not, then no need. Okay, so dataset, choose. Dataset adalah Twitter data. So it is related. Okay, just mention about keyword related because you have many keywords kan. And then tweets location. Where is the tweets location? All state and federal territories of Malaysia. And then classify the sentiment into apa? What is the classification that you are considering? Let's say you perform clustering, and what are the clustering that you are consider? How many what is the methods, and what are the possible target cluster that you want to use? You can put in. Okay, the year is from 2010 to 21, and then the total raw data, clean data. You can do this. You can write this. So it's easy for the examiner later to look into whether in the proposal ni you dah ada dah benda ni kan, macam oh betul lah you ni boleh buat lah ni, nanti dia kata is it enough your computer, dia tanyalah computer you okay tak untuk run this 10,000 data or 23,000 data kan. Itu nak tengok balik your objective ni, what you want to do, achievable or not, viable or not, kan. Alright, so make this easy for the examiner and also for the supervisor, so other people who are interested. Okay, now we move to project significant. Project significant, it is about the benefit of the research, benefit of the project. When you do the project, okay, let's say I give example the sentiment. Okay, this one, the sentiment of pandemic. Okay, who will benefit? Who will benefit this? Islin, do you think who can benefit your work ni?
The government.
Government, which agency do you think? Ni COVID ni. Hello. KKM.
KKM ni. Vaccination.
Lepas tu you cakap lah KJ kan. Okay, tak adalah cakap KJ. Maksudnya the department of who are actually looking at this ni. Of course the first one public. Right? Public. When you have this, kalau you dapat bagi public tengok what is the ni right now, kan? What is going on right now based on the sentiment, the public, what public can have? This is a knowledge to the public, right? It's a knowledge to the public, right? And then the relevant agency, and then you kena carilah what is the relevant agency. So who will benefit? That's why when we do a project, we have to think about siapa yang akan dapat benefit ni. Okay, let's go to here. Okay, significant Okay, let's look on Korean handwritten. Atika, Nurul Atika, what do you think your benefit this? Handwritten. Can you share a possible benefit that if you think, because when we want to do something, it must be something that, oh yeah, it is good for, yeah? Okay, Atika. Is there any benefit? Atika, are you here? Okay, anyone want to answer this? Probably you have the idea, ramai orang suka tengok Korean handwritten ni kan? Saya pun baru tengok King Affection. Kan? Hello? Senyap dah semua orang, Masya Allah.
Probably the bank. The bank.
Apa?
The bank.
The bank?
Yeah.
Oh, bank. Okay, bank.
Yes.
Okay. Lagi? Bank for the check dia, check or
Yes.
handwritten. Dia cakap handwritten ni. How about school?
Yeah, the examiner.
School kan? School children.
It could help with teaching online.
Yeah, one of my student, PhD student, did on handwritten school children. Handwritten. So they try to look into how the problem lah, actually problem student pelajar yang masih masalah untuk menulis. Okay, menulis handwritten ni, how they will determine A, B, C. Dia buat semua tu, pergi ambil data at the kindergarten. Okay, dia dah berjaya lah, dah lulus PhD dah. Dia buat handwritten, but that one is ABC, baru ABC. It's not the word lagi, kan? So Atika, I think you need to look into handwritten, what kind of handwritten that you are looking at, kan? Kena scope down lah kat situ. That is the scope. Nanti scope. Okay, ada lagi tak? Kalau Korean handwritten, apa lagi yang boleh? Kalau you tengok movie Korean, membantu ke handwritten? tak membantu lah kan, baca subtitle je. Okay, tak apa. Kita Atika dia nak buat ni dan dia kena carilah the what is the, mesti ada sebab lah kan. Because there is something we think it must be a reason. It must be a reason. Okay, let's move on. Alamak, kat mana kita tadi? Research significant, right? Okay. So when you think about benefit, think about the benefit to the stakeholder, any related stakeholder. Okay, Stakeholder ni any company, organization, community. Remember I mentioned to you previously about the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. Okay, and the MISTI 1010. You boleh juga tengok kat situ. Oh ni boleh ni dalam SDG berapa ni kan. Dia membantu ni kalau buat contoh buat gender equality tu kan. It could be help in reduce the gender equality for instance, and it is support the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goal. Tapi saya tak ada lah nak suruh semua orang buat benda ni. No, it will depend on your project. It will depend on your project. FIP tak semestinya sampai nak settlekan ataupun ni, but if you can give an impact to the SDG, if you can give the impact to the MISTI 1010, wah, it's good lah. Okay? Okay. So, related with the issues and the potential solution. So, your significance of the project, it must related to the issues. Okay, you have identified the issues and then must be related to that. Okay, it must be related to that, the potential solutions, because you know already. Let's say you want to evaluate the sentiment of halal. The potential is to come up with, for instance, the evaluation or the visualization of halal food sentiment or opinion or perception, okay, in Malaysia. So, what is the expectation? Probably you kata boleh membantu our country, okay, to help our country, to assist our country for the public knowledge in halal information, and also to give some awareness to the government, okay, in terms of halal. Because when you do the sentiment, you do some kind of perception analysis, the government want to see whether people are actually at par in terms of knowledge or not in terms of halal, and how details they know about halal. Okay, ni saya macam nak present siapa punya yang buat halal tu Puteri okay, so let's give more example here. Okay, now about the significant for the sentiment, okay, it is more on local authorities lah. Sebab this is on water concern, kan? Water concern and public also gain the knowledge. Okay, another example is the main significance of this project is to aid any organisation. Okay, ni significance to add stakeholder. Yang ni dia tak state pun stakeholder. Sebab but sometimes you need to mention lah, kan? Macam contoh kementerian, sekolah kat sini boleh mention. Okay, school kan, school apa tu, education, Ministry of Education Department kan. Education. Sebenarnya saya ni sakit tangan ni. I got the finger apa dia panggil? Thumb trigger. Ni saya tak boleh belok saya punya tangan, saya punya jari sekarang ni. So kalau ikutkan tak boleh, kena berehat lah, tak boleh naik. But it's okay. Okay, therefore stakeholders, school, ministry kan in Malaysia can use this report. Dia panggil report lah, to gain more understanding on the perception of people in Malaysia on online learning. This is example. Okay, so any question about this example? I hope that from this example you can look at this and then try to come up with this motivation writing. Saya pun tak tahu kenapa dia panggil motivation writing. Kalau saya nak buat terus je chapter 1 kan. Why not kita buat terus chapter 1, senang kan. So however, I need to have this lah in your motivation writing, background the project, problem statement, research question. Yeah. But problem identification will be around this one. So you buat terus benda ni. Kita dah macam ready, part and parcel of the chapter 1. Kan? Ni the first part, second part, third part for the chapter 1. So I need this. So in brief, maximum of 3 pages include citation and references. I hope you know already how to just write a citation references. It's okay. Okay, but the draft assignment of this you can submit by 10th of November. You still have time. Okay, any question? This is a form 2. Tak ada question Okay, let's go for ni lah. For apa? For exercise petang kan? You all semua pergi exercise kan petang-petang? Ke tak?
Depends on the schedule.
Pergi.
Buatlah exercise, jangan jadi macam saya ni. Saya tangan dah sakit ni. Saya nak kena exercise ni. Saya hari tu saya stop. Saya jadi ni balik, bukan tak pernah pun sebenarnya. This is my first time using mouse kot. A lot of mouse. Then, you know. Okay. So, beware of this assignment. So, okay, you can do this. Can be achievable, this one. Do you think? Anyone ada problem? Macam tak tahu lagi nak buat apa. Please share with me here so that I remember one question from siapa hari tu you ask in the group tu. Siapa hari tu?
I think Aina kot.
Can you repeat the question so that I can help you?
If I were you.
Apa? Cepat. Mana Aina? Siapa ingat soalan tu? Siapa ingat soalan Aina hari tu?
I don't remember, sorry.
Soalan Aina ditanya untuk research background, boleh tambah kita punya ayat sendiri ke? And then we only can mention all informations from reference. Dia tanya pasal
Okay, sekarang ni mana semua orang yang lain ni Dia keluar ke macam mana ni? Kita ada berapa orang sekarang? 28. Mana Aina? Tak ada dia. 3 orang tak ada dalam kelas.
Aina internet dia slow, doktor.
Oh, dia tak boleh masuk lah. So dia tak masuk.
Tadi dia ada. Lepas tu, tapi dia dah cakap dah internet dia slow.
Oh, okay. Okay, so macam ni okay, let's me go back to the Aina punya tu. Okay, dia kata macam mana nak tulis reference kan? Betul? You belum belajar kan? Tak pernah belajar lagi macam mana sebelum ni?
Bukan. Dia cakap untuk research background tu kita boleh tambah ayat sendiri ke?
Okay, when you want to do okay, let's say I give you background lah, example background. Okay, I think I ambil dekat background lah kot, example here okay, this one. Okay, example. This is from, okay, you see here, from US Geological Survey. Okay, this is about 71% of the earth ni. Yang ni ayat from here, but here you are rephrasing it. Rephrase. You bukan ambil ayat semua. Okay? Clear tak? Okay, contoh if you cite from somewhere, so you need to rephrase. Saya tak tahu ayat yang sebelum macam mana. Saya pun tak ingat dah ni. Okay, so you need to rephrase. So you rephrase. Right, saya buat colour lain lah. Oh, sorry. Alamak. Tangan saya sakit, saya dah tak betul dah. Sekejap. Okay, rephrase Okay, tak apa. You need to rephrase, right? Okay, then if you have okay, when you read articles or any, you know, relevant and acceptable article. What do you mean? Acceptable article means someone that the article is a good one and reliable. Okay, then when you read, you will get some information, right, on you. You get some information, then you know, okay, let's say here about water, kan? About water. It is not alamak. Kenapa ni? Okay, it is not every time that you need to put this citation. When you refer to something, then you need to put citation every time. No, because you read the information and you get the idea on something, right? General idea. So, when you have the general idea, then you can write on your own like this. Betul? Kan? Kalau PhD dia lagi dahsyat lah, tapi yang ni kita bukan buat PhD. Okay, so kalau yang ni contoh this question, water is an important. So everyone actually talking about this, right? Everywhere kita nampak, oh water kan, kita tahu daripada kecil lagi kita semua orang water is important. Kita tak perlu nak pergi carilah siapa cakap water important ni, you nak buat pula citation kat sini. So this is a general statement. So for the general statement, ni general statement. Alright, general statement there is no need. Okay, sekejap. Alamak. Tak apa. Sekejap, patutnya saya copy dulu tadi. Okay, this is a general statement. Okay, and then understanding people needs, acknowledging what they need is obligatory for the development of country. Ni pun macam general People will went out of anger. Okay, this is pun general, betul? Kan, orang semua marah kan? Kalau dalam PhD, kalau nak buat PhD ke apa, yang ni macam kita nak bagi statement ni, you kena ada citation dia kalau dalam PhD lah. Siapa cakap ni marah-marah semua ni kan? So this is can be a general lah, we accept it lah kan. Tapi kalau you nak kata, people went out anger and frustration when there is issue. Lepas tu you kata, most of the, let's say I give example here. This is only most of the old timer people. Okay, let's say lah. I give example ni. Don't take seriously. But most of the old timer people in Selangor, you know, mention that blah blah blah. So kalau you nak report these things, this is not general statement. This is something that you need to cite. Siapa yang cakap? Where do you get this source? Okay? Boleh tak? Get the idea?
Boleh. Faham.
This is how to write it. Alright? This one, you need to cite it. Citation. You need citation. Citation mean you kena refer lah, ambil lah nama siapa kan, siapa yang tulis semua. Nanti kita belajar lebih detail lah benda tu. Okay, so this is how to write. Meaning that if we want to give some statement, some statistic, some thing that you know, not general, some very specific things. So you need a citation like this. This is citation. Okay, this is example citation. Sama juga kat sini. For instance, recently there has been increasing number. Siapa cakap? Kan? There has been increasing number. Siapa cakap? Kan? So, you need citation. Okay? Okay, same goes here. A video post by siapa kan? Tapi ayat ni kena pandai lah, nanti slowly. Just write first and then you need to practice, then you will get a better sentence. Ni pun buat ni tak tahu berapa kali, revise kan. Macam contoh ni, here, for instance, few methods were established. Ni general betul. This is general. Few methods were established to identify and classify opinion. Okay, but when we put the specific one, so we put here only a few research. Siapa cakap few research ni? So this guy, all of this guy, they mention about few research. This guy, kan? And then you need to cite. You cite lah dia. Okay, berapa orang ni, berapa dia tengok ni, dalam 4-5 orang ni cakap this only a few studies on online, kan? Bila dia baca tu, dia ni kata lack of research in water, not many, kan, apa. So you need to write this. Okay. Same goes here, kan? Macam itulah. But all the write up here is your rephrase. Okay, this one rephrase. Bukannya ambil copy direct, paste. Rephrase. Buat ayat sendiri. Ataupun rephrase ataupun own sentence. But walaupun own sentence reflect to the apa maksud dia, what is the meaning yang dia nak bagi kat sini. Alright? Okay, boleh? Aina yang sepatut dengar ni. Mana dia? Dah masuk dah?
Aina ada je, tapi dia line dia still slow lagi. Dia reply dekat chat.
Dia tak boleh bercakap lah. Okay. Dia dengar lah ni.
Dia dengar.
Okay. So here the ni. Okay. So everyone, you get idea. I think a lot I share here today, so that hopefully don't be too be relaxed, be smart. Okay. Walaupun our objective is smart, we should be also smart in doing the project. Okay, and then try to get something yang most relevant lah to your work, to your project that you want to do. Don't when you read more, you will tend to sometimes think about other things maybe, but it's okay at the beginning. You can still change your thinking, when you read more and more, when you learn today, basically you have more ideas, to go in dan sebagainya. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Any more to ask? Adha ni macam dekat college ke, bukan dekat rumah?
No, I'm at my condo right now.
Oh, you duduk kat mana ni?
Isoho.
Oh, you dah dekat sini.
Yes.
Berapa orang yang dah datang sini? Ada kata yang dah datang sini
I think so, yes. A few students are staying in their college.
Tadi saya pergi office.
Alright.
Dah. Kalau ada student yang mana dengan saya, SB tu bolehlah jumpa saya kat office.
Doktor, saya ada question regarding the form F1. So, kita orang kena dapatkan signature from doktor.
Saya lah. Signature dengan saya. Hantar je dekat directory yang saya cakap tu.
Okay.
Okay. Supervisor semua dah bagi Dah bagi form? You ada dapat signature?
Dah.
Oh, tapi yang saya punya student tak ada pun minta signature ni.
Itu yang saya tanya ni.
Oh, itu sebagai lecturer?
As supervisor juga.
Amboi. Kalau sebagai saya boleh sign kat situ ke? Tu susah kan? I think you boleh bagi dalam group kot. Benda-benda tu bagi dalam group.
Okay.
So bagi PDF PDF yang saya boleh buat adopt sign ke? Okay. Any more question?
No questions from me.
Yeah. Tak ada So all the best everyone. Let's go cycling. Jom. Sekarang ni saya dekat rumah saya ni, saya tak boleh keluar. Saya nak pergilah Eco Gardens ke mana tu kan. Betul tak? You all selalu pergi kan kat situ, tak? Saya nak pergi itulah, tapi jam lah, traffic jam. Kereta banyak, orang setiap alam tu dia lalu sini. Saya duduk belah sini. So macam salah nak pergi alasan lah kan. Okay, so all the best everyone. So hopefully please go for your good health lah. Saya pun ingatkan diri saya. Penting lah sebab tangan sakit ni, saya dengar ramai ada orang sakit tangan ni. You know, because kita banyak sangat duduk depan komputer, and then our back end ni pun dah macam you know tak stiff ya. So kena jaga. Okay, so that's all for today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Prof. Take care.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Doktor. Ya, basuh, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Hati pun. Sekejap kita tengok chat ni. Tulang belakang sakit, tapak tangan sakit, hati pun sakit. Ni nak kena coach ni.
Amirul tersakiti, Madam.
Amirul sakit.
Tersakiti.
Hati pun? Amirul?
Putus cinta.
Hati jugalah. Saya bila you cakap hati pun sakit ni macam alamak tengah frust ke apa kan? Okey. Okey. Bahaya tau. Jangan sebut-sebut hati sakit ni, bahaya. Sebab ada juga orang sekarang ni hati dia sakit. Hati dia memang problem. Bukannya hati sakit. Marah orang. Frust ke? Hati sakit. My own family pun ada seorang tu tengah dalam treatment. Hati dia ada certain part sikit lah dikatakan tak function. So you know, so kena jagalah. Alright, so bye. Assalamualaikum. Berapa kali dah bagi salam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay.